report which found that President Cyril Ramaphosa might have a case to answer in relation to the Phala Phala saga. Well, the National Assembly voted against that report through the majority of the ANC. And Newzroom Afrika's Athi Mtongana joining us live now from Cape Town. Athi, good morning to you. Set the context for us. We've already mentioned a little bit in the intro where this stems from. It's all got to do with that gathering in Parliament where a vote had to be taken, but this was a vote that was carried out in public, and some people said this would have been intimidating for particularly ANC members of Parliament who may have wanted to vote in another direction.
Yes, Xoli, I'll take you back to the time that the African Transformation Movement raised the issue of the Phala Phala farm theft at President Ramaphosa's farm to Parliament. They raised the issue with the Speaker of the National Assembly, and to cut the long story short, subsequently the Speaker then instituted this independent panel of experts to look into some of the evidence that was brought forward and submitted by various political parties in relation to what actually happened at the Phala Phala farm when a particular undisclosed amount of dollars was stolen from the president's farm. Now, following the making up of that independent panel, they then obviously gathered all the information that was at their disposal and subsequently sent that report then to Parliament, which found that the President might have a case to answer in relation to this Phala Phala farm saga. Now, they took the report as members of Parliament, particularly the Speaker, to the National Assembly, where members of the National Assembly had to vote either against the adoption of the report or in favor of the adoption of the report. You will recall that some members, even of the ANC, voted in favor of that report being adopted, namely Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma. Now, what the ATM had requested even before that sitting was for the Speaker of the National Assembly to allow that process to be done through a secret ballot where we could not know who voted in favor or who voted against it, but she subsequently ruled that it would be open, and that's why we even know that there are those who broke ranks of the ANC and voted in favor of that report, even though the ANC NEC gave marching orders to the chief whip of the ANC caucus in Parliament, to vote against the adoption of the report. So what the ATM is essentially doing now with the Western Cape High Court today is challenging that decision of the Speaker to allow a secret ballot. They want that decision to be set aside. They also want the proceedings of the 13th of December last year to be deemed unconstitutional. So they are in court today, courtroom 17 at the Western Cape High Court. They did file papers sometime last year on an urgent basis. We believe that it's going to be heard by a full bench.
Athi Mtongana, thank you very much for that update live for us in Cape Town.